Me and the old dear missus, we've been talking about creating a bit of like an English hedgerow instead of what we got over here. Now in France, a lot of the old hedgerows they're gone, and end up being, well, just replaced with wire fences, and that's kind of what we've got along this kind of mess, as you can see here. Now once this has been cut, and it's not going to be cut yet until the seeds are all dropped and spread, what have you. But there's lots of little tiny trees, alright, and shrubs and bushes and stuff. And over here there's a whole mass of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some bit of layering, I reckon. So I can layer a lot of these, but also where we've got some of the bigger trees, not the big cherries, Alright, we need to cut that ivy off the bottom of that one as well. But look, we've got down here, we've got these, well, there's a bramble in there, we need to get rid of that. But we've got some variety, well, these are cherry as well, actually. These are wild cherries that are self-seeded, along this hedge. These weren't there before. Right. Been there, these are grown since we've come. So what we'll do is we'll probably keep one, all right, and then the others will split and layer, and then we'll knit that in. And we'll do the same with some of these, because we've got multiple oaks that have popped up all over the place as well, and we'll do the same with those and create a bit of a hedgerow on the other side of the wire. Well, actually, our boundaries actually this side of it, so it's not too bad. So, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees just in that little bit there. We can drop them and layer those. And what I'll do is also, I'll start, alright, what I found I can do is cut a bit of willow, alright, like you've done a willow cut and chuck it in the ground. I can, like a willow post. I've actually managed to root posts that like 4 inches, 100 mil in diameter, and they've actually rooted and turned into trees. So what we'll do is we'll probably get some sort of posts in there, not as big as 4 inches though, but they're 2 inches across, and we'll drive them in and allow them to root, make sure they, that they take and that, and then we can do the same with those and layer them. But we've got all these little tiny trees popping all over the place. Oh, we've got cherries coming on there, on this little tiny cherry. Do you like to see? It's a cherry. There is. And so we end up with like a hedgerow with all these different fruit trees in it, as well as making it more of a dense barrier. There's hawthorn there as well, and there's blackthorn as well, which we'll probably propagate. The only problem with the blackthorn and the hawthorn is, well, there's little needles. They put holes in your fucking tyres, they do, especially on your tractor mowers and that, and they tend to, because they punch for anything, those things do. So I'm not 100% keen on that idea. But, we can end up making a bit of a dense hedgerow along there, and that'd be good for the birds, wouldn't it, They love all that sort of stuff. And being as we're not going anywhere, it'll provide some more habitat for the little critters, and that's what we want to do, is make sure there's plenty of habitat for the little critters. So we might make a start on that this year, I think, once I've got this cleared down. And that's going to take a few years to do, because we're going to have to add more bits and pieces in there to actually fill the spaces. But if you look here, all them, there's masses of little trees along there, masses all along that boundary. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's probably about 10 just there. And then there's another cluster there, And there's just some of them where they've actually come off, they're like suckers off the main tree. But if they've got a bit of root on them, I can propagate them and get them going. And that's on, as well as the, the willows and what have you, like that little contorted willow. We'll do the same with that down there and layer them. That's what I reckon. I think that's the plan. What do you reckon? Put some gorse in there as well. Yeah. And some forsythia, and maybe even some red robins and stuff as well. Not the birds, but hopefully the birds will come on their own. And anyway, that kind of thing. Create a bit of colour while you're at it. It's not a typical English hedgerow, but there you go, I'm in France, aren't I? So anyway, toodaloo.